And here now with reaction, United States Labor Department Secretary Eugene Scalia, and it's wonderful to have you here. You know the jobless claims better than everybody. Maybe before we get to these questions that we asked for from viewers that are so good and are very broad in scope, get your initial thoughts about how you see things today.
Well, today, Dana, as we just heard, we reported that 700,000 jobs were lost in the month of March. And then yesterday, we reported that 6.6 million Americans had filed for unemployment, which is a very large number, obviously. And so there's a lot of financial hardship at this moment as we take the measures that we need to defeat the virus. It's a difficult period for many Americans. I think that the good news is it's been anticipated. In a sense, it's been purposeful, right? And so the President, Congress have moved quickly to provide relief.
Okay, I had that package there from Brian, and he talked about the dog walker, or the woman who owned the dog sitting business. And the first question that we got from viewers is, I think, one that a lot of people have on their minds, and it's something that Secretary Mnuchin did talk about yesterday, and that is this. As an independent contractor, is there anything specific that they should do if they also become unemployed?
Well, there are a few ways that they can look for relief. First of all, as Secretary Mnuchin probably mentioned, one really important part of the CARES Act, which the President signed last week, is the provision making payments by the IRS to most Americans. It'll be a $1,500 payment. For dependent children, it'll be another $500. And so that is financial relief that's on the way to most Americans. In terms of people who are independent contractors or gig workers, another provision of the CARES Act makes unemployment insurance available to them, too. You know, typically unemployment insurance is for people with an employment relationship, employees. But this bill has relief for them, too. And then there also are small business relief provisions in that act, which I think are really important. And what those provisions do is they say to small business that if you come in, we'll give you a loan, and that loan will be forgivable if you keep your employees on payroll. It'll be largely forgivable. That's important to me because it helps keep that connection between employer and employee. But it's something that can be available to people who have their own small businesses and are self-employed.
Let me just ask you this last question then. Is there, this has come from a viewer as well, is there any reassuring message that you can give to people who are currently unemployed because of COVID-19? Some people who are trying to apply for unemployment insurance, they can't even get through because the phone lines are, taken up by other people that are calling.
Well, I think there's no getting away from the fact that this is a hard period for most Americans. But let me emphasize these things. First, part of what's so jarring about these employment numbers that we saw today and yesterday is how strong the economy was just a month ago. We were reporting record highs just a month ago. And there's comfort in that, I think, because we know that this is an unusual economic downturn. It's not because the fundamentals in the economy were weak. They're actually very strong. The second thing I would emphasize is discipline now, and I know you've been talking to your viewers about this, Dana, but discipline now in following the public health measures that are being urged will help keep this short. Yeah. And so that's so important. And let me say finally that just as this came on quickly, we have a real chance of ending it quickly because the economy's been so good, because we have in place the policies of President Trump that made the economy strong. If we're disciplined now, if employers and employees try to keep that connection through the loan program I mentioned, I think we can pull out of this more quickly than we have in other rough economic times.
And certainly everybody's in the same boat, rowing in the same direction to get that to happen. Secretary Scalia, thank you.